We are from Elect B for subject IMA607, and we are gonna do our group assignment, reading promotional activity entitled Reading Technique, the importances of reading mastery. There are 6 of us, me, myself, Ahmad JALIL, FIRHAN FERY, SYAHIRA binti HASHIM, FARAH binti KHAIRUDIN, and the last one is Yasmin Fatin bin Osman. But we have one special guest, which is...
Hi, my name is SYAHIRA.
Hi, I am SYAHIRA. Did you know? The more you read, the more things you know. The more that you learn, the more place you will go. This is a special quote by Dr. Suess.
Reading is an active process of constructing meanings of words. Reading is a purpose to help the reader to direct information towards a goal and focuses their attention. Skill reading makes students better understand all the material taught. Widdowson, 1979, claims that the definition of reading that Goodman, 1967, proposed describes the general process which reveals that reading is basically a specific comprehension of discourse strategy. This definition gives the impression that reading is reaction to meanings which translated explicitly from the text. Although the reason for reading may vary, the primary purpose of reading is to understand the text.
Other than that, the purpose of reading can improve comprehension.
Reading comprehension requires motivation, mental frameworks for holding ideas, concentration, and good study techniques.
They must to broaden their background knowledge by reading newspaper, magazines, and books. The actual purpose in reading is not only to occupy in communication, but to develop from the communication to something which endorse or spread the reader's conceptual world. I really recommended this book named Curious George Maths and Science series, which is for parents who want to buy for their kindergarten children. This book contains or reach about stems like shapes, growing garden, weather, patterns, the numbers, healthy bodies, and more. Children can learn more from this book. This book, I appreciate how readable these books are with only simple sentences on each page, accompanied by a colorful illustration on the opposite side. These books not only helps kids practice learning to read, but it teach important, age-appropriate and STEM concepts. I'm impressed and it's really interesting.
Hello there, my name is Farah. Do you know how to read in easy way? There are 2 common techniques, which is fast reading and slow reading. Fast reading divided by 2, skimming and scanning. So what is skimming? It is used to get the main idea of the information. You can done by running your eyes over the text. This is example of how to skim using this book. First, reading the title to get the idea. Next, try to detect the main idea at the first paragraph. And lastly, read the first or last sentence in each paragraph. And then, scanning. It used to find a particular details of information. For example, you have some question you need to answer, such as what is the book is talk about and who is the main character. And then, quickly looking for keywords based on the information that I mentioned before this. Remember, less reading and more searching. Next technique is slow reading. They divided by 2, SQ3R and KWLH. SQ3R includes survey, question, reading, recite and review. I will show you the all steps of SQ3R. First, you are going to survey the chapter by titles, headings, any picture or diagram. And then you should write down any question yourself. You can start reading the text to answer the question you have created. After you are done reading, you have to recite out loud the answer to your question. Lastly, take the additional notes and use highlight to help you do the quick review of the chapter. While KWLH technique is use a chart to show what readers already know about the topic, what they want to know, what they want to learn, and how they can learn more. This is example of KWLH technique. Okay, beside that, the reading technique for children is phonic method. You may have been thinking, what is phonic? Okay, phonic is used to teach children how to identify sounds, and Ahmad will explain more and do the demonstration of phonic at the end of the video. I hope all the techniques that I have explained to you will be more helpful.
Hi, I'm Yasmin and I'm going to explain regarding 3 ways of reading. The 3 ways that I'm going to explain later on is eye reading, by visualizing the pictures.
If a person is diagnosed with dyslexia, that doesn't mean he or she is unable to read. It simply means that learning to read requires a different approach. Dyslexia can make it very difficult for a student to succeed without phonic-based reading instruction.
Ear reading, by listening to the audiobooks, shows that free public domain audiobooks. And then you choose either to read or listen. You choose listen because we're going to do ear reading right now. Change the genre, goes to children fiction. I'm gonna choose The Adventure of the Pinocchio. I'm gonna click on the chapter 1 and start downloading. Or you can download the whole book using the zip file. This is the audiobook that I have downloaded just now. So we're going to listen for the first chapter.
Once upon a time there was a piece of wood. It was not an expensive piece of wood, far from it.
It is a convenient way to help them to understand the story better and understand the information faster.
And the finger reading, by using the braille book through touching sensory to identify the writing.
Braille reading can be applied to learners who cannot access print resources. When working with beginners Braille readers, you need to understand the structure of the Braille code and how it impacts the reading process.
This is the book that I recommend for parents to buy for their children. This book genre is astronomy and it is about scientific discovery about our Earth.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad FIRHAN bin FERY. I will continue this video presentation. Why do we need to improve reading? Because good reading skill will improve your overall English language skill. So let me tell you how you can improve your readings. After spending many years in school, we think we good enough at reading. But wait, what if I tell you that we are not? Okay, here are 4 ways to improve your readings. Number 1, we need read as much as possible. There are so many things that you can read. English book, magazine, article and newspaper. Our advice to you is to read something you like history, sport and others. Just choose something that will keep you reading. And remember, practice make perfect. Whatever you read, read more than once. Okay, the second way to improve your reading is to check your comprehension. Sure, you read something, but how do you know you understand that? Well, for example, if you are reading an academic article, you can write down the main idea of each paragraph. When you are done reading, you have summary of the entire article. Or if you're reading a story book, check your comprehension by paraphrasing it. When you have read, you can either write it or save it on your own words. Yeah. Okay. The third way to improve your reading is to read at the right speed. Let your hand be your guide. Put your finger on the text and move it as long as you read. This will help you find the right speed for you. That will maximize your comprehension. If you are looking for a challenge, there are some many speed reading exercise online that you can find and practice. Look, this may be challenging, but it will train your mind and start reading faster. The fourth and final way to improve your reading is to interact and engage with the text. Ask the question about what you are reading, just like you would ask to another person. For example, before you read, you might ask who the main character. When did this event take place? Then look for the answer. Why don't you read? If you are an advanced English learner, think of the question with more substance. What is Arthur trying to tell you? Does he or she make a compelling point? Does the author show any bias? When you interact with the text, you will become more better and more efficient reader, and you will have a lot more fun reading as well. Okay, this is a book that I suggest for parents to their children. This book is about 3 children who play hide and seek and found a treasure. So that's all. I hope you find this suggestion more helpful. Okay, and thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Ahmad, Amirul, JALIL. I will continue the video presentation. Children with reading issues often struggle to connect letters to sounds or to rhyme words. Learning how sounds fit together to make word is a critical step for becoming a good reader and speller. Adams 1994 argues that the phonic and the whole language advocates are both right and that phonic is an effective way to teach students the alphabetic code, building their skills in decoding unknown words. Notes to parents: it is best to take 3 sounds at a time, usually over a week, making sure they are quite different in sounds and shape. Next one is most crucial part. We don't teach D, B, P, D, B and P together, as D and B looks the same while D and P sound similar. Here I want to play games for these 2 recognition activity. So we have Shira to join me to help me and play this game together.
Hi everyone, my name is Shahira BINTI FERY.
You can also do this with your children at home. Hi Shira.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, I'm good.
How old are you?
I'm 6.
So she's still in kindergarten, and this method eventually will help her to gain new vocabulary and starts reading. Okay, are you ready, Shira?
Yes.
Good. First thing first, choose your 3 sounds to teach. Today I will teach P, O, G, P, O and G. First, show your children letter card to present the sound. Say the sound to your children, but do not ask them to repeat it. This is P, this is O, and the last one is G. Then, place the flashcard around the table. Say the sound and ask your children to pick up the flashcard after you say the word. Can you pick up the P sounds?
P.
Can you pick up the G sound?
G.
And last one, can you pick up the O sound?
O.
Good job. Last one is once you're happy, your children recognize the letter and its sounds, do a few production activity. First, facing your children and miming the sound silently. The children watch and guess which sounds you have miming. Okay, Shra, I'm going to miming the sound and you gotta guess the sounds. Is it okay?
Yes. O. P. G.
At the end, the children will enjoy the interaction that this activity provides, and it is easier for them to remember this lesson. Thank you. Shira, are you enjoy our learning process?
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
For this phonic method, I am using a flashcard as a tool for teaching children. Flashcard provide an effective, hands-on and most importantly, fun way for your child to develop their phonic skill. Parents out there can get this material at any bookstore, or they can go to this website and print the material from here just like I did.
In conclusion, reading is a reasoning activity whereby the reader creates meaning on the basis of textual clues. From the reading, it can strengthen reader's brain. In one study conducted in 2013, researchers used functional MRI scans to measure the effects of reading a novel on the brain. Brain scans show that throughout the reading period and for days afterward, brain connectivity increased, especially in the somatosensory cortex, in the part of the brain that responds to physical sensations like movement and pain. Reading also can build your vocabulary. Researchers have found that students who read books regularly, beginning at a young age, gradually develop large vocabularies. Vocabulary size can influence many areas of your life, from scores on standardized tests to college admissions and job opportunities. Readers also can reduce stress from reading. The study found that 30 minutes of reading lower blood pressure, heart rate, and feelings of psychological distress just as effectively as yoga and humor did. Readers need to mastering reading skills as it helps readers to discover new things by enabling you to educate yourself in any area of life you are interested in and to do your own research and thinking. Besides, by mastering reading skills also helps develop the mind and imagination and the creative side of a person, and it plays an important part in building good self-image.